Hey y'all, welcome into a new video. Today we have a fun one and I'm gonna be talking myself out of buying products. So it's March 1st today and spring is around the corner. We've also had one of the warmest winters on record, also one of the darkest winters on record. It's been a very weird time here. It's currently 9 degrees in Ontario. Who is she? I mean, it's a mixed bag. I'm, kind of trying to channel spring with my purple, coat, purple, shacket. So when the season changes, that's when I feel my most shoppiest. I'm thinking about the new season and the clothes I have for it. I also get into that mindset of excitement, wow, it's spring. Refresh my wardrobe for spring. And I'm definitely feeling that at the moment. So I'm going to be sharing with you a handful of products. We have roughly 8 things. There's mostly on the fashion side, but not completely fashion. I have one skincare kind of thing. I have one hobby kind of thing. So we are going to talk about today. The whole goal of this video is to talk myself out of buying stuff. And hopefully, if you want something similar, if you want clothes at all, hopefully this will help you or help me talk you out of buying stuff for springtime. If you're new here, by the way, or especially if you're not, I'd love it if you would subscribe so you catch more content like this, more conscious consumer content, more habit content. I would love to have you here. So the first 2 I'm going to kind of talk about together because I feel like they go together really well. So the first are high top Converse, and specifically pink high top Converse. I'm going to put a photo on the screen. I am also super into statement socks. Now, there's lots of statement socks that have been catching my eye. And I feel like there's 2 categories. There's the sheer sock and then also the ruffle sock. And I saw a photo, and this is what started this whole Converse with statement sock thing. There was this girl on Instagram who embroidered her Converse, or who's I think she embroidered her Converse. I don't think this was an embroidery store or seller. I could be wrong, but I think it's an individual, was an embroidery account. So she embroidered her Converse, and she has a photo of these pink frilly socks on top of Converse, peeking out, and then you have the legs of the pants. If I can find the photo, I'll put it here. If not, I'll show you the closest sock that I've personally been able to find. I love the way that this looks. I also love the way that a frilly sock looks with the combat boot. I'm obsessed with my Betty boots from Steve Madden, and I have been since October 2022. It's been over a year and a half, almost. Not quite. I do also there's I think it's called a waffle. Is it a waffle lettuce hem? Some lettuce hem socks, which I think are also cute to wear with a court kind of sneaker. Here is the thing about both of these. I've owned high top Converse in the past, and I haven't worn them in many years, probably close to 15 years at this point. Maybe not quite that long, but it's been over a decade for sure. And I did not like the way that high top Converse looked, which is why I got the low top Converse. I don't know that this is going to be a style that would have longevity in my wardrobe. I've said that I've moved on from Converse in general. That's kind of how I was feeling, because I believed that I was a low top Converse girl. I'm not into the low top, so I'm moving on. I think what is getting me about the Converse are two things. One, the combination specifically of the Converse with the statement sock, but also embroidery. We're just going to bring in number 3 here. I think an embroidered Converse is so cute. I'm super into embroidery. And I want to learn to embroider so I can embroider my own clothes. Like my tops, my t-shirts, my jackets, my whatever. My shoes. And I'm super into the embroidered Converse look. And I have been specifically into embroidered Converse since at least the fall time. I found this account who does embroidered Converse and I wanted to buy her shoes, but they're too expensive for me at the moment. Something I have to save up for. But then I was like, I actually would love to do this myself. Not because it's cheaper, but because I would love to learn to embroider my stuff. So I'm just into an embroidered Converse with a statement sock. I think I would enjoy the embroidered Converse as like its own thing, but what's really selling me is a combination with the sock. Like, we're allowed to buy stuff for fun. Totally. And if we have for fun budgets and it's in the budget, I'm allowed to do that. You're allowed to do that. That's fine. It's not something I have a problem with. Where I kind of feel like these things belong on this list is probably like 2 or 3-fold. With the Converse, I don't think this is going to have longevity. Even if I embroider and it's super cute, that kind of style is like, it's very niche. It's very specific. And our style shifts and evolves all the time, even if it's in subtle ways. Yeah, our styles evolve even on micro levels year to year. And it's nice to have some maybe like niche or specific styles to you of a moment, but there's also a point where like it's not worth it if that style is going to go out in your own like personal preference in a year. Like Converse, high-top Converse are $90 Canadian. And to buy like a $90 shoe and then embroidery supplies and then all the time to embroider it. I just feel like no matter how excited I am about it right now, it's not going to be around, or I'm not going to be interested in it in 3 or 4 years. I bought these pair of Keds that are like Rifle Paper Company, like their print on it. And I loved them when I first got it. And I still do enjoy them, but I'm enjoying them less and less because they are so specific. Like they're like a preppy kind of look, or like a girly feminine kind of look. And I find myself interested in them less this spring compared to the last 2 because of those things. And I just feel like the Converse is going to be falling into that exact same trap where I'm not interested in it in 3 or 4 years. And I have no track record, no history of enjoying the Converse. So I feel like this is going to be really easy. Like all you got to do is like go try them on in store. And then you're going to realize that you like the idea of the shoe more than you like them in reality on your feet. I also believe that Converse look best, in my opinion, with a straight leg pant. I don't think they look good with skinny jeans. Or skinny pants. I also don't like the way they look with wide legs. I don't like the way they look with skirts or dresses. I don't like the way that they look with shorts. They're such a specific style that they're just going to be like an on occasion shoe. I like them in a very specific circumstance. Also don't like them with cropped pants. So like, when am I going to wear them? Even if I love them, even if they last for like 5 years, when am I going to wear them? The socks. Also, I own statement socks. Sure, I don't own the cool like sheer socks or the frilly socks, but I own statement socks when I wear them. When do I wear them? I like the idea of the sock. I like them stylized, but in practicality, on an everyday basis, they're doing nothing. Also, with like the frilly socks, when are you gonna, like, you're gonna have to roll your pants up high enough to see the frill. And like they look all cute when like they're posed on like the models and they're like modeling the stuff. What, like, in reality, where are you wearing that? Like, when are you wearing that? It's just like, it's such a commitment, and like your sock becomes a statement, which is the point, but also like, how often do you really want a statement sock? I feel like I went off for 10 minutes on statement socks. All right. This was a 3-in-1. So, you know, the embroidery kit, I think, is the last one of the 3 that is the hardest. No, I am super into the Converse, and I came this close to buying them, and also this close to buying the embroidery kit too. Those two are like, they're together in my mind, but the embroidery kit is like more exciting because it's like, oh, I can learn a skill that, sure, I can embroider the Converse and other things. It's also not that expensive. Like, to buy like a kit is roughly like $20, maybe even a little bit less. We'll say $20. It's not that expensive. I have so many creative hobbies that I have just to the side. I'm excited about the idea of the embroidery. Truly, I am. But when am I going to embroider anything? Tell me, when am I going to embroider anything? Like, literally never. It's not going to happen. I would love for it to happen. But there's no way it's going to happen. There's no way I'm going to, like, out of nowhere, just like pick up a new creative hobby and then stick with it. What? So what I'm saying is, I'm going to give myself the opportunity to stick with any creative hobby, for 30 days. And if I do, then I can get the embroidery kit. Both of, like, the Converse and the embroidery kit are less about the money and more about, like, I've just bought something that's going to sit around, collect dust, and ultimately, like, contribute to waste and overconsumption. When, like, I know beforehand I'm not going to have the result that I want. All right. Next up is this jacket. I was at the mall at this point, probably 2 weeks ago. Now, yeah, I would say 2 weeks ago. And I saw this jacket on like a display, and I immediately like went in and I went to go try it on, and it fit beautifully. It fits so good. It was so cute. It was so nice. My partner was like, "Oh my God, it looks so good on you." And I was like, "I think it looks so good on me too." So, I had bought some stuff. Like, I had gone to the mall with the intention of buying some stuff. And I was at the end of that mall trip, and I felt myself like the credit card, the wallet is open. Like, I'm more inclined to say yes. I felt that. And so I looked at the price, and it was like $230. And I was like, there's no way I can't afford this right now. So I walked away, and I saw it online. I went looking for it a week later, which is how I know that I'm interested in it. And it's currently $145. There's like a sale, and I got a coupon. So it's like $145 plus tax. And I'm sitting here like, it's super cute. Very cute. I don't need another jacket. And somebody gifted me a pink trench coat, and this jacket is pink. Of course you can see it. It's on the screen. And I think that the one that I tried on, one of the reasons why I was so drawn to it is because it fits so well. I have such a difficult time with jackets. Jackets are like one of the most difficult things for me to buy. And I feel like in many ways, I've just like resigned myself to jackets not fitting well. And so this jacket fit beautifully. And I'm like really invested in that idea. But I already have a pink trench coat, and I haven't even given myself the opportunity to wear that yet because I got it as a gift in the wintertime and it's too cold for the pink trench coat. And this is the scenario where one thing is going to dupe out the other thing. Like two jackets, they're not the same, but they're similarly cut. One has buttons, one has like buttons and a belt. sure, they look different, but they're both pink. Like, how many times are you going to want a pink jacket? They're going to be functional dupes. Like, they're going to function the same. And so if I got this jacket, I would need to get rid of the other jacket, which I'm just not willing to do at this point. So while I like it and it's cute and it's in my shopping cart, I like need to not. Functional dupes can sometimes sneak up on us because like the things aren't identical, and I think we're most prone, or most like our eyes are most open to exact dupes, and we're less maybe aware or experienced in, you know, sussing out things that will function the same even though they're different. And for me, when it comes to a jacket, something being a bright color would be a functional dupe. I think it would probably be similar, honestly, if it was a slightly different color, like if it was blue. I mean, if it was completely different, like a bright red versus like a baby pink, those I feel like would be different. But if you had like a baby blue versus like a baby pink, I think those in my wardrobe with something that is of a similar silhouette would function the same. This jacket is close in color to the pink trench coat that I got, but because they're completely different silhouettes, they do have different functions. Like, I wouldn't wear this jacket when I'm trying to look nice. This is like, wear it to the grocery store, wear it on a hike, wear it in casual environments, not to like, I don't know, dress up to go out to eat or to elevate a really basic outfit. Next up are white Mary Janes. And I'm not married to a specific like style or like a specific, I should say, brand. Like, I didn't see one at some on like Poshmark or on Zara or something and went, ah, yes, that one. But I've been seeing light colored Mary Janes with a square toe. I've been seeing them a lot on like models. And I've also been seeing them in like photos and Pinterest and things like that. And I'm like, I love the Mary Jane and I really love the way that it looks. And I really want one for spring. I have, this is kind of what makes me laugh. I have a dark pair. They're black. They're like a round toe and they're velvet. And when I bought them, 2021, I think, I believe it was 21. At the time, I was looking for another pair. Like, I wanted to get it from somewhere else. These are from Everlane. And I saw one pair on J. Crew. And that was like the only other brand I could find selling a Mary Jane at the time. They're much more in style now, and there's so many more options, and even on Poshmark to buy Mary Janes. And I love the way that they look. But my black ones, maybe, I feel like they weren't a good buy at the time. I just thought that they were like novel and cute when I bought them, and I didn't put a lot of thought into them. I think buying a Mary Jane for fall was just not the good play because you have such a short window of time to wear those kinds of shoes. Like, by mid-October, it's typically too cold to like go sockless. Of course, you could have, you know, the odd day or two, but you have like 6 weeks to wear that black Mary Jane. Whereas if I got a white one, this is the logic, I could wear it all summer and in spring. So you have roughly like April to September that you could wear it. That's about 5 months compared to like the 6 weeks of fall. Sure, I could wear a black Mary Jane in the spring, but they're not just black, they're black velvet, which feels so fall. It just feels so fall to me. And in my mind, I'm like, what's the point of having them when you don't wear them? So I feel like getting a white one would just be way better. I could wear it for so many more reasons or so many more events. And I like the square toe. And it just feels like a super cute option for, you know, for flats. And I feel like it would just be that really like simple way to just like spice up a basic outfit. And it's a novel silhouette. And then a Mary Jane with a sock. Get out of here. So I'm just like, I'm super tempted to buy these. I really am. But I feel like it just would be a bad play already having one pair of Mary Janes that I feel like I need to give it a good go. Like, I really need to try to wear these in the spring and like give it a good shot, because without doing that, then like I haven't done my due diligence. And then maybe take a look-see on Poshmark to see if there's anything there, like a white or a cream. I'll even do a metallic, maybe like a silver metallic or like gold, probably silver. And I would do that. Even a light pink or like a cream, and I would be open to that. I feel like that would be step 2. But ultimately, like, the main point of this is going with my Mary Janes that I already own and already love them. Like, I love them for all the reasons I like the white ones. I just think the white ones are more practical. So if I already have a love for the ones I have, just wear them. Just like give it a try. And if I don't give them a try, that means I'm not interested in doing my due diligence, which just means I'm in a shopping moment and I just want to buy new stuff. And this is just like the newest new thing that I'm latching myself onto. Next up are these pair of green overalls. I have wanted a long pair of overalls. I have a pair of short ones that are a favorite of mine that I've owned, I think, since before I met my partner. I'm fairly certain. Like, these are at least 8 years old. Love them. One of my favorite things in my closet. They're so perfect. And I wanted a long pair that I felt the same way about. And so I was typically thinking, like, I should get, if I'm going to do the long overalls, it should be a light denim. That's in my mind what I've been envisioning. And then I saw the green overalls. I love green. I have so much green in my wardrobe. I freaking love it. I think I look great in green, and I just love the color. And I saw these, and I also think that they're super unique. I've never seen overalls like these before. And it combines my love of overalls, my love of green. And I'm still like in the lusting stages of this. Like, I think this is like the cutest thing I've ever seen. But like 2 weeks ago, the cutest thing I've ever seen were high top Converse and frilly socks. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, this doesn't make sense for a couple of reasons. One, green is like a bit of a statement. And also overalls are a bit of a statement. Like, when you do something like overalls, they need to function like a neutral, because this is at least my take, because the overalls are a statement in themselves, no matter the color. I consider them a statement because we remember when we wear them, and they're like an instant outfit. So if you have a statement that's also in a statement color, you're really going to feel like you're wearing the same thing or like repeating outfits if you wear something that is statement a lot. So I feel like I'm going to be less inclined to want to wear them because when you wear them, like, you really feel it. And I don't want that with something like an overall. And so I do believe no matter how cute this is, I do think it needs to be in a neutral to get that longevity that I want. Had these overalls, the short ones that I own, had they been a green or a pink, no way I would have kept those for 9 years. Not a chance. I think those overalls are going to be decluttered. Like, I'm not going to be interested in them in 3 or 4 years because they're too statement. Whereas if they were like a light denim overall is going to stand the test of time. Short overalls have been around, and long denim overalls, forever. Yes, there are some tweaks in the silhouettes, but what I found, maybe this is like the closest thing to like something that you could own without change for like 40 years, or like a straight leg overall or a short overall. Like, you have a super skin tight short overall trend, that'll be trendy for like one moment in time. 5 years later, it's going to be really baggy or loose. You have something in the middle that you're comfortable in. Also, like, trends don't totally matter if you love something. And I haven't really cared about like what the newest trend in shorter rolls has been because I love mine so much. And that just needs to be the case with something like these overalls. Applying something that's trendy into something that you don't want to be trendy is a recipe for declutter. I think I just talked myself out of these ones. That and the coat, I feel like so far have been the most successful in my mind, at least, to be like, yeah, you really don't need this. Like we can move on. The others, I'm like, yes, you're being practical. Am I gonna listen? Yes. Do I want to? No. The last clothing piece is the Cezanne Leontine sweater and like the Breton stripe, the white and blue stripe. I saw this on Poshmark. And it's one of their classic styles that they have all the time. And also in a color that they have all the time. Like they have a couple, like the Leon sweater and the Leontine sweater. They also have like the Paloma shirt and the, I don't know, there's lots of stuff that they have. The Gaspard cardigan that they'll have in like a couple of core colors, and then they'll get in newer colors every year. The Leontine is one of those. And when I was first shopping Cezanne, I did not buy this one. I opted for the brown one, which was a big mistake. And I'm currently selling the brown one. If you're in Canada and you're on Poshmark, it's currently listed. The bunch of other Cezanne stuff. This sweater and this color, or this, I like the sweater. I did not like the color on me. So I should have gone with the one that I wanted originally, which is like this Breton stripe one. Somebody was selling it on Poshmark. I think it was listed for like $160, and I think they sold it for like $140 or $120, something like that, which is like a good price for Cezanne. Cezanne is expensive, and I know my size. I'm like so torn about this because one, shopping on the Cezanne website is just not gonna, it's just not gonna be worth it. Their duties, you get killed on the duties, even if you can shop in like the Canadian dollar and even if they ship it to you for free. I got nailed with some of the heaviest duties I've ever had to pay on Cezanne when I bought stuff several years ago. So I'm like, it has put me off buying anything from that website. So I could buy it on something like Poshmark or a reseller app. And if I do it, that's how it's going to have to be. It's going to have to be there. There's currently nobody selling it in my size. And I do think that because I've wanted this so bad, part of me is like willing to be like, oh, I'll buy a size that's like slightly incorrect or like slightly too big. This already has an oversized fit. And I wanted to fit a certain way. And it's also so expensive that like why are you going to waste like, it's a waste of money. It's a waste of money buying something that is not the correct size when you're spending like $150 on it. That's part of it. Also, this sweater is an oversized fit, and while I love the look of it, I'm not super into oversized fits anymore. I was several years ago. And I do have like certain pieces from Cezanne that are slightly oversized, not like super oversized, but like slightly oversized that I'm still like keeping and gonna wear. But I don't think that it makes sense to buy this sweater, even though it's like a classic in so many people's wardrobes and has lasted for quite a number of years. If I'm moving away from that silhouette, like it doesn't matter if I love it right now. This is not something that's going to last 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, something like that. So it like pains me to say, don't do it. Like, don't buy it. Last up is something that I don't know if this is going to be surprising or not, but it's Solo Wave. I know multiple people actually, who've tried this unsponsored and have really enjoyed it and have had a good experience with it. It is expensive. It's like, it's over $200, but they do have like sales where you could get it for like $150. And let's pretend in this hypothetical situation that you're going to be guaranteed results. I think about this as just like a skincare device. And I have bought a couple in the past. One, the Clairsonic. Who remembers the Clairsonic, Chris? I was really religious about using that for a number of years. And then, like a lot of people, stopped using it because that's what happens to these devices. Very rarely do you buy something and then use it for more than a year or two. I also bought the PMD, didn't use that. I've also used like fitness apps, like, you know, the fitness tracker things. I used that for a year. I don't have a track record with like maintaining this kind of stuff long term for more than a year. Let's say that after a year, you don't need to use the thing. I just have such a hard time. Like, I'm going to buy this piece of technology to wear it for a year. And then like, what's going to happen to it? Like, what's going to happen to all of its component parts? Like, it's already, do you know what I'm saying? It feels like such a waste of material and even money. I mean, maybe not money if you use it for a year and then you have your results and you're like, yes, this is great. But it just feels like such a waste of material because it's going to sit in your drawer and then it's going to sit there for a while. You're not going to use it. And then eventually you're going to declutter it. Where's it going to go? What's going to go in the landfill? I also can acknowledge that my interest in this, even if it works, is coming from a place of insecurity. And I've said time and time again, that is the worst place to buy something from. We should never be buying stuff from a place of insecurity because it can result in like purchases of desperation, but also purchases coming from a place of negativity. That definitely factors in to my desire, or at least my initial interest in the product. These products are designed to get us in those moments. And I don't like that feeling. I don't like being so enticed by that thing because I'm feeling insecure or having a product target insecurities. And when something is targeting our insecurities, we can feel extra compelled to spend more money than we would initially because you are insecure. Like, they're hitting the nail right on the head. What I'm trying to say is that we can get so caught up in searching for that thing that will like cure or help us, where we don't think long term. We don't think, how long can I use this? How long do I think I'll own this for? And even if we believe that this will fix us, even if we could have a guarantee, oh, we'll get our results, we don't care about all of the other stuff because we just want the right now. We want the results right now. And we often don't think about anything farther than the initial purchase because we're buying something in a moment of like desperation or insecurity. I won't do this on principle. I mean, I never said what this is. This is a skincare device that is designed to target dark spots, acne, and I think some aging things like wrinkles. I believe. I think there's a dark spot component. I don't know if there's this like a sunspot component or how intertwined those two kinds of things are, but that's what it does. And I'm not trying to shame anybody for wanting to get rid of like dark spots or age spots or wrinkles. That's not the point I'm trying to make. You're allowed to feel how you feel about your body and your skin. I'm just talking about me, that if I am truly insecure about something, I think the better bet is to go for the option that's going to give results, that's going to do what we actually want it to do, instead of buying a consumer product that might or might not have the results that we want. If they do, they're not going to give you the same thing as something like a laser, and you're going to be stuck owning a $150 skincare device forever until you throw it out. It just, like, they're trying to say, oh yeah, do it the convenience of your own home. Sure, it's convenient, but also like way less effective. Anyways, I'm getting caught up on this. That's everything from me today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed hearing me talk myself out of buying stuff that I have an interest in. And I would really like to know what is on your mind, like what are on your shopping list? What are you trying to talk yourself out of? I'd love to hear it in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again around here soon. Bye.